Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Bailey.
And these are our book boyfriends. Shimmy. Almost got you. Here we go. And scene. Okay, yeah. Anyways.
Done recording.
Yep, we're done. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Today, we're talking about Flawless by Elsie Silver, our first book of 2025.
Our first book of 2025. That's so fun.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yay! Before we start, of course, we're going to spoil the book. So if you haven't read it and you want to, this is your sign.
Get on out of here.
If you're still here, we're going to spoil it all. This book was published in 2022.
Okay.
I know, I thought it was a lot older than that.
Me too, because there's already 4. So I just anticipated. There's 5? Oh, wow. She busted these out.
Now that you said that, I don't believe it.
It's 4.
Okay. Sure. Joe, any guesses? 4 or 5?
I'm going 4.
All right, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
I mean, I just don't know who the 5th would be.
I don't know who any of them are.
Oh, well, I mean...
There's 5!
There's 5? Wow, Bailey, you were right. I'm so sorry. Bailey was right. There's 5.
Those are my favorite words, honestly.
Bailey was right.
Bailey, you were right.
You were right.
She had 3 come out in 2023.
That bitch cray.
Wow, she busted it out. That's so impressive, honestly. But I guess, like... I mean, is it a series or is it an interconnected series? Does it matter? Like,
it's just
do you
like...
have to read them all? Do we know?
No.
I have 0 idea.
Okay, obviously. I actually did not look this time who they were all about. I did want to be surprised.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Did
we won't
you
look.
look?
No, but I can figure.
I mean, I have guesses all over.
Yeah, so I think obviously the next one is the oldest brother. What's his name? Cade?
Sure.
And I think he's actually going to go for her best friend, Willa or whatever. I think they're going to end up.
I could see that.
Because
I think you're right.
There was a thing that our main girl said about her best friend Willa. She's like, she's always been into older guys. Like, she said that during one of their encounters. So I was like, oh, is that the plug for the oldest brother? Question mark,
You know
question
what
mark.
I want to see?
Bose?
No. Harvey.
Stop it.
I kind of like Harvey.
Dad? Yeah. I mean, I love him too, but that would be an interesting romance book to read.
Yeah.
Like a 60-year-old
Maybe
man.
it's not like an open door one. Maybe a closed door.
Bachelor.
Oh my God. I can't watch that show because I know that I'll cry.
It's like a Golden Bachelor situation because he's a widow.
Actually, that would be so good. I'd cry the entire time.
I don't know. I kind of really want it. I don't know why. The whole time I was like, I want Harvey's book.
No, Harvey was so great. He was the most wholesome character.
Yeah.
He was so good.
But obviously the 2 brothers, their friend.
Yeah.
Don't remember the friend's name.
Jason? I don't know. They all had generic names, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Rhett.
Yeah.
I don't think that's generic.
Oh, really? I know a lot of Rhetts.
Oh.
We know several rats. Or we used to. I don't think we
2.
know currently any rats. 2 rats. That's 2 more than baseline
That's
of 0.
less than like Josh.
Oh my.
I'm just saying.
You got a lot of sass today.
Anyway, I didn't think it's a basic ass name. Anywho. God damn. Goodreads rating 4.05.
Yeah, I feel like that's about on par.
Yeah. Joe read the first 2 chapters.
Oh, so he has to give us the thing first.
Yeah, before we talk about it.
Yes.
So I had
I
him
keep
do the
forgetting.
first 2 because it's like 1 from each perspective. So I thought that would be nice. We're going to go on like later on. He just slowly procures more and more chapters.
And then he reads the whole book.
Literally. But
I don't think
he
it's
would
got to
want
be
to.
an interesting book for
Yeah, I
me
was
to read
like,
it.
I don't think he'd actually want to. He'd be like, okay, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I will tell you from this one, I would hate this book. From the first page, I did not enjoy any of the writing. The first chapter really annoyed me because it switched
No, it didn't.
places 3 times, and it was not very clear.
Okay.
Places? Please elaborate.
It was Rhett on a bull,
Okay.
Rhett in a parking lot, conference room. We're actually in summer. Perspective.
Which it told you that.
It just said summer. How am I supposed to know who Summer is?
Did you read the back?
No,
That's how.
because it's on a Kindle. How am I supposed to read the back?
You said you were going to read the description.
I said, could I? And then you brought it up on Goodreads, and I was like, oh, I'd read that later, and I forgot.
Okay, well. Didn't even. Honestly, the back of the book was kind of dumb. Did
Oh,
you
really?
read it? It was weird. It was fine.
No,
but
I
was
usually
like,
go
"Meh."
into books blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I. Okay, predictions, Joe.
Okay, so
Try to poker face it up this time.
I think both of the characters are struggling with their identity and who they are within the world. And they both have the I heard somebody say balls. So. The female character,
Oh, God.
she seems to have a weird relationship with her family. Her sister seems to be important. Sisters seem to be important. In both chapters, the sister was not introduced, but talked about for both of them. So I feel like they might be involved in the story in some fashion. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's enemies to lovers. They did not like each other in the beginning. Kate just seems disappointed.
Yeah. We are. Get to the juicy bits.
That's
all you got?
Yeah.
Listen, okay,
That's
so
not pretty
how
good.
does their love develop? Is there like a third act breakup? What is it? And how does it end?
Honestly, this one was harder because there wasn't a lot said. Like, you just get the premise of, like, okay, this girl works for a PR firm or a publishing firm. Her dad seems to be kind of a hard ass, but not really a hard ass. She has a weird relationship where she jokes a bunch, but her sister is more stern with their father. And I was kind of confused on that because once you get to Rhett's perspective, he's like, oh, she's uptight because she's like wearing a bunch of things. So I feel like maybe she's wild. She's a wild person, but I don't know.
Okay.
As for third act break, the problem with this story is I've never read like a cowboy love story. So I don't know
I mean,
what could happen.
the same as really anything. Well.
Like maybe he gets injured because he's a bull rider. He's talking about his age a bunch. I could see that happening. Mm-hmm. They're stuck together for 2 months. So obviously somewhere in there, they're going to get annoyed with each other. And
Any other predictions in that time frame?
in
Any
the
other
2
tropes?
months, a single bed.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Wow.
Let's go.
Because
Why
I got
not?
that pretty early on.
Well, you didn't. Shut up.
What
That's
he
obvious.
said? He said that she has to stay with him at his house.
Yes. Weird, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious what's going to end up happening. But other than that, I really don't know. It's hard to predict things if I don't have like a basis of like what a story would be like in this setting. Like, I don't know if they make it to Vegas because I could see that not being the main thing of this story, obviously.
Okay, last question. Who makes the grand gesture? That's the only question. Pick somebody.
I think him because he, in his chapter, it was setting up the idea that he's a womanizer and that he has the most amount of change.
Okay. I wrote a tiny baby summary.
Okay.
I mean, you'll find out as we go.
I feel like I wasn't as good as the last book, but
I agree.
Rude.
Cold as ice. Just call me Winter. Who's that?
Yeah. Her
Okay.
sister.
The summary. Look at that. I read the back of the book.
Which I
and it
think
was
is stupid.
It's so fucking dumb.
So stupid. Their names. Dumb.
And obviously it's supposed to be like, she's the warmer one. She's the colder one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very dumb.
Very dumb.
Summer, she just started at her father's PR firm. Her first assignment is to keep this famous bull rider out of trouble and clean up his image after he made a comment that accidentally got recorded without him knowing and released, and it's a PR nightmare. That's really, like,
Yeah.
I feel like the premise, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else you need to know.
Yeah, there's really nothing else you need to know. She's stuck with him because she has to make sure that he doesn't fuck anything else up.
Yeah.
Also,
Which
I want to point out why I don't think I would like this book. This is the most stupid premise. Like, the PR nightmare is he says, I don't like milk, and he was in an ad that supported milk.
Mm-hmm.
One of his sponsors is like a milk company.
Whoopsie-doo.
That was kind of his thoughts, like, throughout it. He was like, okay, I don't like milk. Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's unfortunately brought up a lot in the book.
Yeah, actually.
Probably
a
because
lot.
it's like
too
a
much.
change of heart type thing. You know, he's like...
He doesn't change the milk opinion.
Stance, honestly, but... obviously, but...
Honestly.
Like, I could see it like a change of heart thing where it's like, you know, he realizes his words have actions. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Nothing that he said was wrong, right?
Except that one.
It was just generic. No, he kind of started to understand that, like, consequences of his, you know, impulsivities.
Okay. Summer's 25.
Yeah, young.
Yeah, she's a lawyer, obviously. Works for her dad's company. Bag old people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
Rhett, 32, apparently geriatric.
Yeah.
They described him as long-haired, scruffy beard,
Yeah.
no fucks. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. So we read it on KU, and there's, like, a cover of it. Did you kind of, like...
So I didn't, like, look at the cover, but it's, like, real people. It's, like, one of the romances that has, like, real people, like, all hot and bothered on it. And I was like, okay, get that off, you know? So I didn't actually, like, look.
Yeah, they did a good job. Like, I didn't like it either, but as they go on and, like, describe Rhett throughout the book, you know, like, he wears jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy on the cover is wearing all that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
they actually, like, dressed him
Like, appropriately?
fairly similar to how they
Oh.
described him. But I still hated that cover, just because, like you said, the
Yeah. Have you seen the newer
hot and
ones?
bothered. Yeah, like the pink one or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're cute.
Yeah, they're cute. Just at the beginning, I also kind of was, like, weirded out by the writing. I was a little bit confused, too, in the beginning, but that stops. Like, it's not very confusing.
If you, like, read ahead, it makes sense. But in the very beginning, it was like, why this makes no sense. We jump to something else, and then you're like, oh, we're in this perspective. Then it all made sense.
Yeah, Summer's first chapter is really weird because we are, like, in the conference room and you're, like, watching the video and she's like, what point is this? And the dad's like, keep watching. And you're like, what
Where
am I
am I?
missing? You
Yeah.
know, like, what am I missing? He's just talking about milk.
And honestly, like, from the first chapter, it's really hard to get a read on what she is because she seems disinterested, but also, like, interested because it mentions, like, she had, like, this crush on him
Oh,
since
yeah.
she was, like, a teenager or something. But then again, you cut to Rhett's perspective, and she seems to just be kind of weird and just, like, staring at him, and he says uptight, but I don't know. That's what her perspective is the hardest for me to understand in the first chapter
Yeah.
because she mentions her sister being, like, cold as ice,
Yeah.
and then she seems just weird.
Okay,
That's all I
love
gotta
that.
say.
Weird. What were your just general thoughts, Kate?
General,
like it?
I did like it, like, as a book. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, jump to the next ones in the series, but I understand how this, like, did jump people into the series. Like, I understand the hype behind it, and I think it is good. Do I necessarily consider it, like, a cowboy romance? No. Like,
Really?
really, like, yeah, lives on a ranch. His family is a family of ranchers, but, like, I don't know.
He's
It wasn't.
a bull rider.
He's a bull rider, but I don't know. I guess I just had a different expectation of what, like, a cowboy. I'm not
Please
mad.
elaborate on that.
I don't know. It just, like, it seemed like any other romance. Like, Tessa
For
Bailey
sure. No,
has,
it
like,
was.
all of these random jobs, you know? It just kind of, it felt very much like the au pair affair. Like, older athlete kind of at the end of his prime.
Yeah.
You know, so like he's an athlete and he lives on a ranch, but he's not necessarily like a cowboy. I don't know. But
Not yet.
I liked all of the additional characters too. Like they actually added a lot of depth. There was more than just like the romance plot. There was a lot of other stuff going on. There was a lot of other stuff going on in a good way. Like it wasn't overwhelming and you weren't like juggling who's who. Like it was all kept very, very neat and tidy and very good segues for the next books. Like,
Yeah.
and you learn enough about the characters to anticipate them in the next ones. So overall, I really liked it. I don't know what like my rating would be yet. I'm kind of still sitting on that, but overall, solid read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it after I like finished it. I was like, I really liked that.
Yeah,
book.
like no notes. Like there's nothing I would change.
Well, there's a couple things.
Yeah.
So I gave it 4.
Okay, that's solid.
Because, yeah, no, I really liked it. Like maybe even 4.5. Like I really liked it.
Yeah.
There was just a few things at the beginning. Like at one point, Summer, she said, "This outfit slays." And I
Yeah.
was like, don't say that.
Oh, that was just cringe for you?
Too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that was too much. And then what also was cringe was, so at the beginning of the chapters, at some point, they did like text messages.
Yeah.
Which I liked. But her dad texting her like a lot in the beginning about like, don't fuck this dude.
Yeah.
Don't sleep with him. Tell Rhett to keep his dick in his pants. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like, you're close, but that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I
and
know, I think they were trying to go for like, they're close, but I'm like, no.
you don't gotta be close and talk about your sex life. Like you can be close and not talk about your sex life.
All he had to say was, don't sleep with the client, and that needed to be the end of it.
Yeah, once.
Once. And it was...
Multiple times.
See. Yeah. And then they just kept doing it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I done. And they did stop, thank God. But I was like, what's happening? Ugh.
Yeah, they just like really wanted to like nail that
That
in.
was, yeah.
Sorry. The spice in this book,
Spicy.
it was spicy. It was spicy.
I was, yeah, kind of shocked.
I was kind of shocked. And the thing is that we get a lot of the spice from his point of view. Not a lot. Not even equal amounts from like his and her point of view. It's like mainly from his point of view, I feel like.
I did not track it that aggressively.
But I just remember being like, boys don't think like this. Like I was on vacation. I did a Christmas vacation with Aaron, and I'm reading it while on vacation. And I was like, Aaron, listen to this. Listen to this. I can tell this is going to be a dirty book. Because listen, I like read him an excerpt, and he was like, guys don't fucking think like this. He was like, they don't obsess about their fucking dick. Like this dude is like obsessive or whatever. And I think because of that conversation, I was just more attuned to like how often he was talking about their sex, you know? So
Her mouth.
he had a thing with her mouth, bro. Like
Yeah.
a fucking thing with her mouth. And I'm like, all right. And he like talked about it. His dirty talk was dirty.
Yeah.
Like it was a dirty
He's
book.
a player.
Yeah. Yeah. It was spicy.
It was. Yeah. But I kept track of like, so he has 2 brothers, a sister, a dad. There's a nephew, and his mother's passed. Like all that's brought up. I literally wrote in my notes, Rhett's dad, Harvey, seems hot. I told you. I was like, wait. And obviously the 2 brothers.
Yeah.
The Summer having a crush on Rhett as a teenager, that's when I was like, how fucking old is she?
Yeah.
I mean, 7 years is not terrible.
No, it's really not. 7 years isn't bad.
But we find out Summer was the product of her dad cheating with the maid. And the maid birthed her, left her, and yeeted. So that's why like their family dynamic's super weird. It gets weirder. Loved that stuff.
Loved that stuff. Unforeseen. Like really unforeseen for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that scene, I was like, wait, hold the fuck up.
We'll get there. But yeah, the family shit in this, I was like, stop it.
Yeah, this is some family drama.
Yeah, so for Rhett, like, you know how you were saying, like, oh, I'm lost. I don't know who I want to be, you know? So, like, I guess Rhett's family, in his perspective, has never approved of what he does for a job. Like, he feels...
But he pays for it.
I know.
That was the confusing part to me, where it was like...
They don't ever go to his events.
Yeah, he says that they don't like his thing, but he pays for their family ranch with this thing.
Yeah.
At least that's what you get in the second chapter.
Yeah, kind of what he said. Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird, too. I'm like, he makes a lot of money.
Like,
why are you mad?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it was, like, the dangerousness of it, maybe more. Which, I mean, I guess I get.
And you kind of get that a little bit later, like, especially from the
Yeah.
older brother, where he's like, what the heck? You're literally putting your life on the line literally every time you walk out this door, essentially. And he said, so Bo is the middle brother, and he's in the military. So he does come home for a section of this book, and then he leaves again. So we watch that interaction. And this is when the older brother approaches Rhett, and he's like, Bo is risking his life, but he's doing it for a reason. You're chasing a high, kind of. And Rhett just sees that as, like, being unsupportive. But in reality, it's like his family fucking loves him, you know? But it takes him the entire fucking book.
I still think it's crazy, though, that they don't go to... Like, it literally says, even as a kid, they never came to his events.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
I had kind of hoped that Summer would have pulled their heads out their ass and been
She
like,
tried.
you need to get your ass to Vegas.
She said, hey, he's literally has a... What the fuck? Rodeo? So, I don't know. It's not a meet. It's not a game. What do you call him? A rodeo?
He's...
An event?
Yes, it's called a rodeo.
I know, but I don't think I ever saw a rodeo in the book.
No.
But
you're not gonna say
he's
Rhett.
riding. He's riding this weekend, is what she would say. Well, she riding something.
It's your walls. Yeah, whatever. He was doing it, like, in town, like, very near. And she's like, so are we all going? And they were like, no. And she's like, what? What do you mean? Because she does stay at the house. So he lives at the ranch with his family. And so she just has, like, a spare room there. Which I also was... Like, how do you, like, bring that up to your dad? Like, hey, some random bitch is gonna move in. That cool? Also, he had no free will to say no to this.
And it was the next day. It was the next day. He showed up. She showed up. The next day. They had this conference and thing, and his dad is like, I'm sticking my daughter on you because she's the best that I got. Keep your dick in your pants, like, in front of everybody. And then literally the next day, she's rolling up on the ranch. And I was like, wow.
You really, I don't know, I'm like, you really
Let
don't
them
trust
clean.
him that much.
Let them clean.
Let them clean.
You don't know if they're ready for guests. What the fuck? If somebody told
I need
me
a
they were
48-hour notice.
Yeah, minimum.
Joe and I got a 3-hour notice the other day. We were like,
I gotta stuff everything in
scramble. Scramble.
Yeah, really, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I thought that was, I mean, I get it. It's for the plot of the book, whatever. But
Yeah, this is all
in
not
real
fucking
life,
real.
I'm like, whoa, bitch.
I don't know. I think it could very well happen in real life. Yeah. I think it very well could happen in real life. Because, I mean, I don't know. Kardashians got people that probably live on property to be available at all points in time.
Well, yeah, but
He's making a shit ton of money.
I don't know.
not
I don't
for a
know.
babysitter.
I don't know much about, like, the rodeo circuit, and I'm sure, like, the top guys make a lot of money, but it doesn't make sense to me for, like, a PR person to be like, I have to live with you on a ranch kind of in the middle of nowhere because
Literally,
I'm
you're in the
afraid you're
middle of
going to
nowhere.
do something.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if he was, like, tweeting every 10 seconds,
Take his fucking phone away.
yeah, just, like, take his accounts, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird, but
It was
whatever.
weird. The way that she got there was weird.
And she goes to all of the rodeos, rides, whatever, which was cute, but
You're born in Oklahoma. You should know.
I
about that.
know, right? I was also shocked this was in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I was just expecting Texas. Damn, Cowboy
Yeah.
Romance, I went to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was shocked we were in Calgary.
I do know that's pretty.
I don't know dick all about Canada, apparently.
Calgary is kind of like
Or Montana. I could have seen this being Montana.
I thought it was like Montana area.
Yeah.
yeah. From
I
all
was
that,
shooketh.
obviously I don't know anything about cowboy culture. As me.
Damn, where's your hat?
Oh yeah, I do have a hat.
I wanted you to wear it. Go get it.
I'll go get it. But
you bought that bitch. We're wearing it.
Calgary is kind of like a big country scene area because it's a lot of rural. Something said battery low. A lot of
Siri.
Rural like area and farmland.
Oh, Siri.
And it's like that's what I know. And they also have like a huge country festival there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know anything either.
When she goes to his first like event, or we'll say that event.
Yeah, okay, we'll say that.
I guess she said like, "Wow, that was so cool. Like, I'm so proud of you." Oh, that really did something to him.
What do you mean?
He like mentioned it like,
Oh,
she's proud of me. Because I mean, you know,
yeah.
his family's kind of a dick.
Yeah, and she was like in the high of like the first time witnessing, and she's like, "Holy shit, this is actually
Like,
pretty
he did
fucking
awesome.
cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he fell in love in that moment. Honestly, ha.
I liked that this one, it didn't feel like an insta romance, which I'm really, really against insta romances. It actually kind of seemed realistic in timing because like they were forced together for so long.
Yeah.
You know, like you're
Before
gonna learn a person. Like you're regardless of if you
Like them or not.
like them or not like that, you're gonna learn them. And so I think that they were actually a realistic timeline
Yeah.
because other timelines are not realistic. Oh shit!
You remember it?
Right here.
You were there when you bought it.
I do now remember.
How are you gonna do that? Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't vibe with that, but
It doesn't really stay up.
it looks
either,
big
but-
today.
It's pretty big.
Bought that at the Texas State Fair.
Yeah, we did.
A whole $15.
Oh, really?
I wore it to a real rodeo.
Yes, that was so much fun watching the barrel racing.
Oh,
I'm
he
not
meant
talking
a,
about.
he meant a different rodeo.
Yeah, I went
yes,
to
that too.
one in Claremore.
He
I
did.
want to go.
It was actually pretty.
I wanna
Well,
go.
that experience was
Oh,
experience.
I remember that
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, you know
I
it.
remember that now.
But the rodeo part was really cool.
The rodeo part, the company.
Obviously, Joe already talked about the one bed trope, of course, on like an event.
You led me to it.
I did hard, but I thought it was so like the hotel, you know, like her heater wouldn't work.
Oh yeah. Listen, no, actually, so like the thing was, her heater is broken. There's no other rooms. There's no other hotels. Everywhere sold out because this event is happening in a smaller whatever.
Which probably could happen.
I'm not joking when I say it would not have taken me to night 2 to knock on his door.
Amen.
I'm not sleeping in the fucking cold. Are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding
she
me?
slept in her-
She like bundled up and was like, no, fuck that. I'm knocking on his bitch ass's
She knew
door.
that. I mean, I'm sure she had some feelings at that point. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sleeping on the floor. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
care.
in a warm room.
I'm in a warm fucking room. I'm not waiting till night 2. I was
No.
thinking that when I was reading that. I was like, what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, me too. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah, I'll sleep under the bed before I sleep in a cold room. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting way to do the one bedroom. Oh, she cuddled him while she was sleeping.
Sounds like someone we know.
Sounds like Bailey.
I was like, oh, look.
It's me.
Another one. Another one. This is very important later on, but I just wrote it here in my notes. But she, I guess, Summer had something wrong with her heart in her youth. They did not explain it.
It just says a
Which
congenital
obviously
heart
annoyed me.
disease. That's it. Yeah.
I want to know what, bitch. But she's very into health and fitness now.
Yeah.
Because of it.
Uh-huh.
And she like takes Rhett, kind of whips him into shape. And obviously the bull riding thing, they alluded to him being old. He's hurt himself, pulled shit. And so she tries to help with like PT and strengthening to help him with that stuff. But the heart thing comes into play later. Shit was crazy.
She was crazy, bro.
Do you remember when they went to the bar?
The first time?
Yes, with Bo.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they like meet Bo. So, you know, Rhett goes off and does his own thing because this is the first night.
Yeah,
right?
and he's being a total fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Total fucking dickhead. Yeah.
And so when they go to the gym, I think it's like literally the next day.
Yeah, or very soon after.
Yeah.
That timeline's kind of a blur. In between events, like the days
For sure.
blur together.
So when they were like working out one time, it may not even been the first time they went to the gym, just one of the times. Rhett said something to Summer. You gave up.
I was tired of holding
just
my
kidding. headphones in. He was like, "You're good, dude. Just wanted to get its money's worth, you know."
Need some camera time.
Yeah. He was like, "You know, you don't have to come with me. You can go hang out with Bo if you want."
Oh, yeah. And he even, like, acknowledged.
No, I liked it. I thought it was funny.
He even
It
acknowledged.
was better than the freaking Love Light Farms, dude. Slamming shit.
Yeah, when he got, like, petty.
I was like, this is the Jealous I think is cute.
He's like, you can go hang out with both, whatever.
You don't have to come with me.
You don't have to come with me.
Yeah.
No, and he even, like, acknowledged in his head as he's saying it, he was like, it was a pitiful bait, but
Yeah.
a bait nonetheless.
She was like, I know.
Yeah, I know. And she doesn't put up with his shit, which I really like because that's also realistic. Their banter wasn't scripted banter. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where it wouldn't happen organically, but it was very organic in its writing to where it was like, oh no, she would say some shit like that. You know, like her character stayed her character, if that makes sense.
Also, this literally just came to me. Did you? No, because he's about you.
No. What was that?
I blacked
Stare
out.
down. Just random subject change.
No, her character. It was when she was talking about her character.
Stop.
Did you see at the end of the book?
I laughed because we do that often where we just like one of us says something, the other responds, the other
processing.
finishes, and then it's like a pause. And sometimes I can't handle it. So I laughed and I was ready to move on, and then I looked over at Joe and he's like,
My wheels were turning slowly.
I was like,
You're talking about her character and her character. Okay, did you see at the end of the book, there's like another chapter? Like you had to click a link and shit?
yeah, like sign up for the newsletter. I didn't do that.
I did it.
I knew you did. I knew you did.
Rude. You don't get to know now, honestly.
No, that's why
I
didn't read it because I knew you did.
No, you're done. Now, do you remember when we met Winter?
Yes,
That bitch.
she was a bitch. You're talking when we actually met her for the first time. It was in the waiting room,
No.
right? When did we meet her?
At the doctor.
Yeah, and in the waiting
No.
room. What?
Maybe. Okay, we're talking about different waiting rooms, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. It was a waiting room, sorry.
Okay. There are
For
multiple waiting rooms actually
there
in
was
this
two
story.
waiting room scenes. I wanted to make sure we weren't at the other waiting room scene.
We're not
Yeah.
at the good one yet.
Yeah.
With-
Okay. Yeah, when they did like his body scan.
Yeah.
Because he's hurt. I don't know. I don't even remember what was wrong with him.
Shoulder, I think.
Sure. Probably. Something. But yes, she's a doctor.
Yeah, of course.
Winter is a doctor.
Yep.
And then she like sees Rhett or whatever. I don't even know how it got brought up, but she pretty much outs Summer.
What a bitch.
Bro, about her crush on Rhett.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know who you are. Like, she had posters of you in her room or some shit like that. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
What a bitch. But then Rhett's like, sounds like you paid a lot of attention
This
to
brought
that.
me physical pain.
Yeah.
It hurt me. It didn't even happen to me. That hurt. That is literally like if I met Harry Styles and like my mom's like, yeah, posters everywhere.
She had lip
All
gloss
over the
stains.
place.
Like,
I'm like, bitch, shut up. God damn.
act cool.
Keep it cool. Keep it cool.
yeah,
Keep it
exactly.
cool. We don't know him. Keep it cool.
You're just like, hey. And then you scream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, Winter was a total
That shit made me
bitch.
mad. Yeah, she is a bitch.
Actually. Like, not even like a funny kind of bitch, but just like fucking rude.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
she's awful. I get it.
I don't.
It's not her fault.
What do you mean?
It's not her fault.
It's not Winter's fault. She's a bitch.
To Summer in specific.
Yeah, it is.
I
That
mean-
did not have to come out of her goddamn mouth.
You're right.
That shit did
You're
not
right.
have
Her
to come out of
mother
her.
cultivated that relationship
For
though.
sure.
But she is a fucking adult.
You're an adult now.
You
know
are an
that
adult
ain't
now.
cool.
It ain't cool. But I liked Rhett's response to it. Like he didn't let it.
Did he laugh? I can't remember.
No, he told her. He said to Winter. He said it sounds like you paid a lot of attention to those posters too.
Damn.
And I
that's
was
right.
like, wow, he got her back. They ain't even friends and he got her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I love that. And Summer, like, even acknowledged later. She was like,
Nice.
He. And she was like, so you have pictures of me?
Yeah. I know when they were walking out, he's like, so.
Yeah.
And then when they're walking out,
Oh.
they happen upon Summer's ex, who we've kind of heard about and how he sucked, but whatever.
Yeah.
She sees his car, because I guess he has like a shitty license plate. She sees it and she's like, oh no, my ex is here. And yeah. And so they decide to fake kiss so he could see it to make him jealous.
Or to just be like, hey, like, stop bothering me. Because he also was like,
Oh, yeah, he was-
constantly
that's right.
texting her, like, stringing her along, being like, hey. Like, right when she, like, get over him, he'd send, like, the soft hey or whatever.
Soft hey.
So, like, yeah. She's, like, starting to become aware of his manipulations, but she still has, like, feelings. I think she still, like, has feelings at the beginning. But, yeah, no, they fake kiss.
Yeah, and it comes spicy. Becomes pretty heated, obviously.
In a parking lot, too. And I remember thinking that, like, while I'm reading it, I'm like, y'all are in a parking lot. Like, come on.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Go home.
Go home. Get in the car.
So when they do finally get in the car and they're driving, you know, he's like, so what was that about? Tell me about it. Y'all, when I tell you. Her response. Are you ready, Joe? You're going to shit your pants. He was my doctor.
Her ex-boyfriend was her doctor.
Her heart surgeon. I did math, y'all.
So is this guy like 65? What?
That's what I'm saying.
Like that doesn't add up.
No, the math is not math, Elsie.
No, yeah, because when they first met, she was a teenager. But she, like,
Yeah.
specifically says, like, we didn't do anything until I was legal. Everything was consensual, blah, 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 blah. But it's still like, how fucking old would a heart surgeon have to be at the minimum, y'all? At the minimum. How old?
My guess.
That's a legitimate question. How old?
My guess is like 35.
That's what I'm thinking.
When she was 16. And that's me being quite generous.
That's weird.
Let's say you are the best of the best. You graduate high school at 18. Bet. You graduate your undergrad within the 4 years. Good for you. I sure didn't.
Me
You're
neither.
22. Okay. You get into med school immediately. Good for you. Sure didn't. You get out of that at 26. You then go into residency. The residencies I know of that, you know, at my hospital, the pediatric residency is 3 years just for pediatrics. So where are we at? 6,
27?
29.
Oh, 29.
Maybe I'm mathing wrong.
Someone's going to fact check us and we're going to be embarrassed. I don't
29.
care. Okay.
Okay, that's just your pediatric. I don't actually know how it works, but I think it's a little different. But you still have to do like a surgical residency and like, I don't know if it's a specific like heart surgeon residency or like, you know, in Grey's Anatomy they do surgery and then they specialize after that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works with like pediatric
Years.
surgery.
Years.
Specialization. Like fellowships are usually 3 to 6 years. So if he was 29, let's say the 6 years.
Yeah, that's 34.
Yeah.
35.
Because it said and that's him being like a first year, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I'm finally done.
Yeah.
Unless he was like a resident when he did it. Because I mean, he could have been on the team and helping and not the actual like the bitch.
But
they made it sound like he was the
I feel
one and
like
only.
if
like,
it was
chop.
just like he was a part of the team, like they would have been like, he was just a part of the team.
Yeah. No, it made it
You
sound
know?
like he was the one. So that's my
surgeon.
guess. 35, the youngest fresh baby surgeon. Because she did say a young doctor. And I'm like, honestly, that is a young doctor, like mid-30s.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked in, I'm getting surgery, and someone who looks like me walks in, I'm going to be like, a little worried. Yeah. Like,
Get
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck out of my room.
I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
So a general surgery residency is 5 years. To
Yeah.
specialize in cardiothoracic, it's 1 to 3 years. And
That's
this
adults.
doesn't include anything about peds.
Yeah. So he's old. Well, that's not old.
Yeah.
But old
So then let's say
comparative.
he was 37 when she turned 18. Like if we're saying she was 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, and then, you know, I'm just like, that's so fucking illegal on every goddamn way.
Sounds like grooming.
Yeah. Also, your license should be, bye. You shouldn't have your license anymore.
Yeah, because sorry, like, hate to be that person, but like, you're not the only one. Like at that point, like if you're 16 and you turn 18 and this 37-year-old doctor is interested in you, sorry, baby, you're not the only one. You know what I mean? Like, sorry.
You're not special?
You're not special. Like, you're not the only one. So, like,
no,
also,
you're right.
When you're an adult and you're coming to that realization, like, oh, he was a manipulative motherfucker, you also need to think, how many other women has he manipulated over that time, though? Like, come on. This is more than just you, baby.
Yeah, so I hate him.
Hate him. Fuck that guy.
We don't get any more on that for a fat minute, but that really had me spiced up. That had me going. Like,
yeah.
That had me triggered. I like texted my friend. I was like, stop. He was her doctor. And she goes, it gets worse. And literally in my head, I'm like, literally can't. But then
it does. But then it did.
I was like, I texted her. I was like, you're fucking shitting me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway,
who's read it?
A couple people I work with. A couple people. Yeah. So that was fun. I got to talk about it at work with people.
That's cool.
But they've read all of them.
Oh, shit.
I know. And they were trying to tell me like other people. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Not long after this, they go to a bar again.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how long. But this is when she's like, they're kind of like mad at each other. So he's talking to some other girl. And then she's talking to his like mortal enemy. Bull rider guy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know how much longer this is after the doctor, but
yeah,
whatever. So she's talking to this bull rider guy that's kind of been talking to her like, Rhett, who's your friend? You know what I mean? And he's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And
he even said like, she's off limits.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh, he's talking to that girl. I'm going to go talk to this guy. Love it. But,
yeah, just basic pettiness.
for sure.
Yeah.
They all go to the bar and she's like fucking bull, like a mechanical bull. She's like riding a mechanical bull. And someone was like, hey, Rhett, like your girl's like fucking bull riding over there. And so she gets off the bull and then she goes up to this guy. His name's Emmett. That's what it is. This is the enemy. And she like grabs his cowboy hat and puts it on.
I didn't know this was a thing. Did you know this is a thing?
I don't know if it is, but maybe at least it is in the
It's
book.
gotta be like a thing because they call them like buckle bunnies. Like I feel like she did her, you know, like she did her research a little bit.
Yeah.
But like the thing where she grabbed the cowboy hat and she put it on her head.
And then she's like then grabbing a shot to like put it in her cleavage.
Yeah, I've never heard of those before.
A body shot?
Never heard of that.
A body shot?
Out of your boobs?
Oh, okay.
No.
Like,
a body shot I thought was out of the belly button, isn't it? Typically.
some of them, yeah.
I
You
didn't.
can do it out of any orifice, I guess.
Ew, stop. Anyway, he like comes over there, literally like bats the hat off of her. Oh my god, Emmett. Where he goes, you know the rules.
Yeah.
I was like, Emmett, you're gonna get punched.
I'm like, okay, well, this is the scandal that we've been
But yeah,
waiting for.
we were
Because we
like-
know a scandal's going to happen.
Also, we were like, we don't know the rule.
yeah, I'm like,
What's the rule?
what's the rule?
And then he's like, she doesn't know the rule, and they don't say it for
No.
a minute.
For like a whole
They,
chapter.
he like takes her, leaves her. Like he's like, okay, we're leaving.
But
And
he
then-
does the body shot.
You're fucking right.
Yeah,
She's
so
like, you
Emmett-
do it then.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. She was like trying to diffuse the situation, I guess, like in a cutesy way. So like Rhett did the body shot. There was whipped cream involved. Another milky aspect. Literally milk is all fucking over this fucking book, bro. And then Emmett says, my turn.
Literally.
And that's when Rhett's like,
We're
we're
done.
fucking leaving. And I was like, yeah.
Don't forget they did not put the whipped cream down.
They did not put the whipped cream down. She
That's-
walked out of the bar with the whipped cream. And I
She's-
remember being like, why does she still have the whipped cream? And then
We found out. So then they go back to the hotel and they're like in the hallway, like about to go to their own separate rooms. And he's like, she was like, well, what the hell was that about? Like, what's the rule? I don't really know. And he said, you wear the hat, you ride the cowboy. Bro. And then she took his hat, put it on. And I was like, oh my God.
the flip was quick.
I know. I'm like,
The flip was so quick.
has any girl ever had 2 cowboy hats on her head in such short sinks of time? You know what I'm saying?
I've seen scary looking people out there, so I'm sure.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice, Joe. But she put the hat on, obviously. As we've alluded to, it's spicy.
So. And I always think, I always think in books, I'm like, their first, like, physical interaction, and they always have to fuck. You know what I mean?
Well.
Like, ain't no, like, gradual to, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't know.
They did kiss that one time.
Fake.
Well, but
Fake,
was
fake.
it?
But it wasn't, but it was.
I know.
For, like, they both were like, oh, that was fake. Ooh. You know? Like, so, like, their first physical interaction with each other, and they have to fuck? I don't know. I've been in the same relationship for almost 10 years, so I guess I'm out of it. Like, ow.
Also, I don't see it. I'm sure they don't see it as I have to fuck this person.
I guess not.
Fuck. I gotta fuck him. I'm wearing the hat. God damn it.
I feel like
These
like
arbitrary rules.
I feel like
Dang it.
in all the books we read, though, it's like just instant hot and heavy, and I'm like, just take it.
It's kind of the point of the book, bitch.
I guess, but it did
Goddamn.
take like over 50% of the book before this happened.
Oh yeah, it was a while. But
It was a while.
like all this, like build up and splice leaf. 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Of sex?
Damn near.
Wait,
I was like,
wait, it was 3 chapters.
Yeah, I said 3 chapters. That scene spanned 3 chapters. I think part of it was the bar. Like,
okay.
the
So
bar.
like Rhett's POV, Summer's POV, and then Rhett the next morning.
Probably. No.
Oh, that same night.
I'm pretty sure her POV may have been like grabbing the hat, starting to get a little bit
Wow.
spicy wicey, and then another chapter was like they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then this was after that. Still in that hotel room. I think it's the next morning. Her ex-boyfriend calls, if you can call him that.
Oh my God, yes.
And then
how did I forget this scene?
Literally, I don't know because
Jesus
it
Christ
lives here.
Jesus.
God damn.
It was
So I don't know
crazy.
why she answered it.
He told her to.
That's right.
He was like, "Fucking answer it. Who cares?" Like,
I
answer
thought he was
it.
gonna be a pissy bitch after that. You know, he was like,
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. So she answered it, starts talking to him. He's like, I saw you on the TV cheering for this bull rider or whatever. Whatever, I don't know.
I don't even know how to say it like without being just vulgar. Like, you know what I mean?
Buckle up, this will be vulgar. Rhett then proceeds to put her on his face. You know what I'm saying? While she's on the phone with him.
And it's in Summer's POV too. So like she's like talking and she's like, "There's no way he doesn't hear like the breathiness in my voice." And I was like, "God, I'll fucking hang up the phone."
Literally, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, just hang up the phone.
Like,
he's not saying anything of sustenance. I don't even know what he was saying, honestly.
No. He was like,
Just being a bitch.
Yeah, he was like, "You better be careful around guys like that."
You're right, he said.
And then she said, "Do you have it written down?"
I sure do. He
Yeah.
is the breed that's man enough to eat pussy. Because apparently what's his fuck never did that. Which is fucking crazy,
No,
dog.
that's fucking crazy. Because in the hotel room with the whipped cream and all the shit, he like starts to like go down on her. I just have to be straight up, you know what I mean? And she's like getting all bashful, and he's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "I've never, like, this is the first."
25!
And he's like, "Excuse me? Like, what?" And that's fucking crazy. That motherfucker, that doctor, piece of shit. For multiple reasons.
For many reasons.
But
number one is that you didn't go down on. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You groomed her, you freak.
you fucking freak.
Yeah. Like, it makes me so uncomfortable. 'Cause I mean, like, that's like
No.
what I fucking do. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. But yeah, when she said that, I think then she hung up.
She did.
Whilst
Screaming his name.
correct.
Yeah. That scene was a lot. That was a lot. I think I was blushing. I'm the only one in the fucking room, and I'm like, nobody look at me. Like,
The ghost, you're like, look away.
look away.
Look away. Yeah, I literally wrote, I cannot believe she stayed on the phone with him while Rhett was under her.
Yeah. I just like hang up. Like, it's who fucking cares what he has to say? It's nothing important. No, I think Rhett did it as a power move.
Well,
He knew
yeah,
what he
after
was
he
doing.
did that.
He knew what he was doing.
And I wonder if he heard, like, you know.
I don't. Yeah.
No, I meant like Rhett. If you heard him be like, you don't need to be with a guy like that.
Probably.
Like, you need to be careful. You need to watch your back. Like, that's what he was saying, which is shitty. Obviously, but
There's so many fucking reasons.
yeah, because you're
A piece of
fucking
shit.
cream of the crop, my guy.
My guy. What's that? My guy.
The Grinch thing. Do it.
What's that? My guy. That Grinch fucking meme that's going around is so funny.
It is.
I love it.
Cry. I don't know how long this takes after, but this is just one thing I thought was cute. I knew it was gonna happen. You remember at like the first rodeo thing they went to, and there's like the cute little shops.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She tries on the chaps.
Yeah.
And he obviously goes back and buys them.
Yeah, I mean,
and gives them to her later.
yeah.
It reminded me of One True Loves when Jesse like
Bought the ring.
Yeah.
Way before. Yeah, no, it was very cute.
Yeah, that one was like years before, but
Years. Yeah, because she's like, did you order them? And he's like, no. She's like, you bought them? He's like, yeah. She's like, I thought you hated me. He just like grunts. He's like,
yeah, he's a grumpy boy. Then we're eating dinner. It's time. We're eating dinner. He has a thing, a rodeo.
Yeah.
That evening, I don't know. I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. I don't know what to call it.
It's a rodeo.
I know,
but I don't ever remember reading rodeo.
yeah. So I'm like, what they say? You know what I'm saying?
It must be called something different up in
my
Canada.
brain wants to say match, but it
But it's
ain't a
not a
match.
match.
We ain't playing tennis.
It's him against the bull. It's a match against the bull.
For real. We're on Survivor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he has a event. There it is. And they're eating dinner with his friend.
Yes. Jason?
I don't think that's right, but we don't call him that. He is a hockey player, a famous hockey player. When I saw that, I was like, yes, we're gonna get a hockey one.
Yeah.
But and if we don't, criminal. We have to, right?
No, yeah. They made him too cute. You know what I mean? Like, he's like
He's
all
talked
shy
about too
and
much.
bashful. Yeah.
So we're eating dinner with him, sort of. I don't even think they get to dinner or lunch, whatever. She gets a call from her sister and is like, hey, Dad had a heart attack a few hours ago.
Fucking bitch.
If you want to swing by.
It was so nonchalant.
He's in bed 304. You know? And she's like, she literally was like, Winter, what the fuck? What do you mean? I don't even actually think she told her where. She was just like, hey, he's at the hospital if you want to come by. He like had a heart attack a few hours ago. Hung up, and she's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yes. Oh my God. Wait. It gets so good. It gets so good.
So she goes to the directory, finds out what room he's in, like runs up there. Rhett's with her the whole time. He jumps and comes with. I don't know what the fuck happened to Jason
I
or
think
whatever.
they just left him at the table.
He's like,
They're
"Fuck
like,
it,
bye."
And then so Rhett and her run in. They see Winter, and she's like, oh my, she's pissed. She's like, Winter, what the fuck?
Yeah, she goes off on her.
Why didn't you? Whatever, he's my dad. And she's like, he's fine. Because she's a doctor. Don't even know what kind. Did they even like say?
No.
They were like, he was like, she's fine. And she's, whatever. They're fucking pissed at each other. And then, bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum,
Guess who
bum.
comes around the corner? The piece of shit doctor. I don't remember his name. The piece of shit doctor groomer. Dr. Groom. He comes around the corner. And Rhett goes, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. And then Winter says,
He's my husband. Bro.
Nice.
I put, holy fuck, Dr. Douche is her sister's husband. Dr. Douche.
that's what he called him.
That's right. Yeah.
Dr. Douche.
I was like,
yeah.
it got worse.
It got worse. And then Rhett got
Kept going.
mad. And so he basically outed Summer's secret and said, like, how could you, like, fuck around with her, make her feel worthless, and marry her fucking sister? And Winter's like, huh? Winter, no idea, which I feel so fucking bad about.
Especially because, remember, I'm pretty sure she was...
Yeah, she tells us later.
Okay.
Yeah, that she is.
Okay, that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We find out later because Summer's like texting her and it shows like the text conversations at the beginning of the chapter. And Summer's like, I'm so sorry. And Winter's like, you have nothing to be sorry for. And she's like, I'd love to get together. And Winter's like, I'm not ready. I just found out I'm pregnant. And my husband like did this like atrocity, essentially.
Atrocity.
I will reach out to you when I'm fucking
Atrocity.
ready. You know? So we're like,
but she kept trying to say, like, to Rhett, she's like, stop. Like,
literally
stop talking.
Stop. Yeah.
And he wouldn't.
No, you just kept going.
When the doctor was like,
Down, boy.
dead ass, first of all. He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
God damn. I don't know how we didn't break his face. Honest to God. That is a shock to me how Rhett did not just murder
Like,
him.
on top, throttling. No, he just threw one good punch.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then when the doctor looked at Summer, and he's like, you weren't supposed to say anything.
Yeah. That was actually the most malicious thing I think that could have, like, the most malicious detail that could have happened.
That one got me. He goes, you were supposed to keep that to yourself.
I just got called out for being, like, a child predator.
And it's your fault.
Let me look at you and be like, you should have kept your mouth shut.
That shows you how fucking manipulative piece of shit he was.
Bro.
It's like, you weren't supposed to say anything.
And I think that's when Rhett decks him.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Like,
Hopefully.
And he's like, I'm going to sue you for all your
his name's
worth.
Rob.
Rob?
I wrote down, I said, Rob's trying to die the way he's talking to Rhett.
Yeah. Well, Rhett fucking decks him. And then
Way later than I would have.
Yeah, literally. Rob is like, I'm going to take you for everything that you're worth. Summer finally fucking steps in and she's like, Rob, I don't want to ruin your fucking career, so you keep your mouth shut. And then mic drop, everyone fucking dissipates. And she's like, Rhett, get the fuck out. Turns around, Daddy's sitting right there in his room, witness to the whole fucking shebang. I said, no way Daddy heard all that. No way Daddy heard all that. That's no crazy. Way. That whole chapter, you're just like, I'm on KU, so I'm not like, but I'm like,
yeah. Wasn't that shit crazy?
It was so crazy. I did not foresee that plot twist. Like, nothing. No. Did not foresee that. Did not foresee that.
Literally, when that bitch said, he's my husband, I was like,
I said, we talk about the same doctor? I said, when did that start?
Oh, yeah. So then we come to find out all of Summer's stuff with Rob was before Winter.
Yeah. It did stop physically
Winter's a
after
doctor,
Winter.
Whatever. I don't know how much older she is. They didn't ever really say.
No.
Because I was trying
Her
really
dad
hard to do
is
some
in
math.
his 60s, though. Like, approaching 60.
Okay.
So that's to have a 25-year-old at 60. That's old. Okay. You know what I mean?
No.
What? I feel like that's old. I guess that's only 35. So you cheated at 35. So you had a family and another kid before 35. So she's probably like 5 years older? Question mark?
Okay. Question mark? Because she
age is but a number.
When Winter started her like residency straight out of med school is when she met Rob. That's when Rob cut it off with Summer.
Physically.
Am I saying these names right?
Yeah.
And then got with Winter or whatever. But yeah, physically. Because he would always creep around.
Yeah, he was.
Because even at one point, Rhett was like, he just said he saw you like wave at me, like that event wasn't on the television.
Yeah, so
like, that wasn't aired. He had to fucking search for that. Also, whatever. I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's crazy.
The whole thing is crazy.
Crazy.
So, anyways, this is the third act breakup, right? She's like, you outed my fucking secret. That was my story to tell. You outed me to my sister, to her husband / my ex and my dad
/ my brother.
Oh,
let's
yeah, and that's like the thing that Rhett was like. It's like, I didn't know he was fucking family. Like, that's a different story. Like, that makes everything worse that he's like married in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's stuck with this motherfucker for literally the rest of her life.
I also can't believe that wasn't brought up on her end sooner.
Well, she even said to him, she was like, oh yeah, I've known you for all of 2 months and I'm going to air out my dirty fucking laundry. Like, what do you mean? But like,
that's true.
You did already say, I mean, he saw the car. That's your cardiologist. That is a good time to be like, also like, it's my sister's husband, you know, like,
yeah. Fucked him before, but
still so bad. Just like so awful.
Yeah. So they break up or whatever. And he leaves, goes to his event. She stays with her dad, snuggles him. Then the mom comes.
Fuck this bitch.
Yes.
Fuck this bitch.
I guess the dad's wife.
We see her for all of one page. Like, where there's actual dialogue from this bitch.
So Summer is obviously, like, crying, laying with her dad. God, what an awful day, honestly.
Yeah.
Thought your dad died. all that shit happened. And then the wife walks in and was like, get out.
You've done enough.
Bro.
I've done enough. I've done enough.
Literally.
Like, I've done enough. Like, I just fucking existed.
Literally.
I was just here. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, she was rough. I was like, the way she did this.
Sorry.
No, I hear it.
Oh, okay.
I thought she was too loud. It's just the way I would have fucking started screaming back. Like, that's crazy. She was she just left.
No, she does get a word in.
That's not a lot. Oh, you know what? She did say, like,
I feel pity for you.
literally, like, I could have had a sister,
Yeah.
and it's your fault I don't.
Yeah.
Pretty
She's
much.
like, whatever hatred you have towards him, that ain't my fault, baby. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm
on you.
a byproduct of this. Like, that's what's fucked about it.
I
Like,
had no, like, I was not a part of that.
she said, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I didn't do
Literally.
it. Like,
I got dropped on your doorstep, bitch. Like,
this sucks for me too.
yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. No, the whole thing. She's awful, awful human, but she's also a doctor. And she just showed up.
That's true.
She hadn't been by before. She's
Yeah.
just now showing up hours later.
To her husband.
So
yeah.
nobody actually gives a fuck.
Yeah. So she's sitting there with her dad. I think they put on the event. We're watching the event. Good old Theo's riding the bull. We haven't talked about him, but he's like Rhett's.
Wait, this is a different time. Yeah, because when she leaves, she sees Rhett in the waiting room because he never actually left.
He has to go to it.
No, but this is a different, like, that 2 a.m. like that night.
Okay.
And so Rhett's still in the waiting room.
Okay.
And then
okay.
after this conversation, I think, no, I'm
Is
getting
that
them
when they
mixed
break
up.
up?
Yeah, I think that's when they, like, she's like, there isn't an us for me to deliberate. Like, you need to go do your thing. You've done enough. You know. And he
Bye.
leaves. He leaves.
Yeah.
And then he goes. She sneaks back to her daddy's house, showers, and then when mama goes back on rounds, she comes back to the hospital.
Okay.
So there is, like, yeah. But
A little gap.
you are right. This is next.
He's like, let's watch it or something. I don't even know. They
Yeah.
pulled it up on like an iPad or something. They're watching it. Theo's growing. He's like a younger. Rhett's been like mentoring him pretty much because Theo's dad was Rhett's mentor. Theo's dad died via bull. So he has like decided to take him under his wing. And then Theo, I think they said he like did something, pissed the bull off. He got bucked off. Bull runs, but he like turns to like go at Theo.
And Theo's unconscious.
Oh, yes. Oh, because he didn't wear his helmet because he's a cocky little youngin'.
Yeah.
That's right. Didn't wear his helmet, so he gets like whipped
I
unconscious.
do know that's a rule.
Now?
Yeah, you had to.
Maybe not in Canada.
No, if you're I think it's for
Canada.
like a certain league.
Yeah.
I guess.
See, we don't know the verbiage. We're very.
You have to have been a certain age to not wear a helmet anymore. So if you're younger than that age, like you have to wear a helmet.
That's
So you can't be a young guy being like, I ain't wearing a helmet.
Well, that's why I was like so confused. I'm like, why is that not a regulation? Like to
It
wear
is.
a helmet. So, okay.
I do know that about
okay.
one thing.
Yeah. So it's a story. He goes unconscious, falls. The bull comes at him. Of course, Mr. Rhett, being the hero that he is, runs over and throws himself onto Theo. Gets stomped upon. I whisper screamed.
Yeah.
I went,
Yeah, because we knew that something was going to happen, right?
okay.
It was
yeah,
obvious.
I mean, he had to get hurt, like you said. Like
something had to happen, but we couldn't
also
make
with
it
all the parent or the families,
Yeah.
like
being so like yeah.
Yeah.
But like that scene had to happen, but it couldn't be Rhett's fault, or like it couldn't be Rhett just falling off the bull. Like they had to add a little spice to
Yeah.
it. So Theo had to fall off the bull, and then Rhett had to save him. And I'm like, all right, I see what you did there.
So then she freaks out, of course,
Yeah.
and they get brought to the ER. She goes to the ER. They kind of make up, yeah, a little bit. Doesn't she like run over to him?
Yeah, and so he's worried about Theo. So he hasn't been seen at all. He's got broken ribs. He's
Yes,
all
I know.
fucked
He's
up.
like,
And she's like, bro, like, you need to see a doctor. And he's like, all they're going to do is tell me they're going to admit me and I can't ride tomorrow. And she's like,
yeah.
you're still going to ride tomorrow? And he was like,
We haven't mentioned this, but he's very bound determined, like, this is going to be his last year, and he needs to win.
yeah.
So that's
So-
why he's being a dick.
No, and then he says, he's like, we only slept together for a couple weeks.
Oh my
like,
God, no, I
Basically,
fucking-
like, what ownership do you have over me to
So
tell me what to
right.
fucking do?
He said, we slept together for a couple of weeks. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, and so he's just like, the same thing with another book that we both have read, where there was a vulnerable. I'm not gonna say it because we're not talking about it, and I don't want to spoil it because I didn't give spoilers for that.
God
but
damn
it's just
it.
like a vulnerable situation, and the man just is like, you know what, actually, fuck you, and it's just like, whoa, bro, what the fuck? Like, take your insecurities somewhere else. You know what I mean?
And I mean, he literally just said it because he knew it would hurt.
Yeah. And then he immediately felt sorry. I'm like, yeah, well, that immediate isn't immediate enough, motherfucker. You never should have said it. You never should have said it. And so he's like blowing up her phone. For
Oh, yeah, for a
weeks,
while.
this
Yeah,
motherfucker
yeah.
don't. She's like, meh. Like,
done.
ew, like, all right, we're done. We were just fucking, I guess. Cool.
Cool.
Bye.
Yeah.
No.
And then he's finally, you know, like you said, he rides.
yeah.
He gets, I think, right up to that last event. It's like right before it. I think he's about to go. Him and his brother, you kind of mentioned it earlier. They have like a heart to heart.
Yeah.
Where the brother's kind of like, we don't want to see you get hurt. Like, they have a really like deep heart to heart, I feel like.
Yeah, and he
I
was
cheered
like,
up dead ass.
yeah, no, it was good. It was good and
Mm-hmm.
very necessary. And I was kind of mad that it didn't happen prior to this moment because Rhett's already low. He's not listening anymore. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Like, he'll
Bad
listen
spot.
to it later. Like, he'll hear it later. But right now, he's just non-perceptive. But Cade, the older brother, is like, when is enough going to be enough? Like, that girl isn't here for whatever reason. We know it's not because daddy had a heart attack. Like, you fucked it up, essentially. Like, when is enough going to be enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Rhett's like,
Summer is enough for me. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Blah.
I'm stubborn.
yeah, like, just like,
And he goes to he goes to the PR place, and he's like in the conference room, and then like kind of traps her in her office,
yeah,
and pretty much said like, "I'm not going anywhere.
yeah.
I'll be around. I fucked up. Blah blah blah." He leaves.
This is when he decides to say, I love you. And I'm like, come on.
No bueno.
Come on. Like, using I love you as an I'm sorry, do not like that at all. Like, wait till y'all are good and then
Yeah.
say it. Like, wait till y'all are
Yeah,
good.
if you haven't said it, yeah.
If you haven't said it, don't use your apology as an opportunity to say I love you. I don't like that.
I don't remember him saying it, but that honestly tracks.
Yeah, I was like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I was just like, and I love you.
Thrown in there.
And I'm like, what?
What? Yeah, it's kind of manipulative.
It's kind of manipulative. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then she's obviously going to be like,
All the words I wanted to hear. Blah.
And then
No.
she kind of has a heart to heart with her dad.
yeah,
He fires her.
yes. Like, go on, get.
Go and get. He's like, you fucking.
She did not stop him from doing crazy things during this whole time. From
And
what
she
I'm
fucked
hearing.
him.
And she
that was
fucked
against
him.
the rule.
That
No, I'm
is-
kidding. That's not why he does it.
That is against
He was
the
like,
rule.
you hate this job. He's like, I know you hate it.
Yeah, it was a heart to heart, like a development. Like, she needed this character development moment.
Yeah.
But
And
he did fire
she,
her.
you know, she got the job to be close to her dad because obviously her mother and sister were pieces of shit to her, you know, but whatever. That scared the fuck out
That
of me.
scared me too.
Remember how we were talking about this fucking pivot, dog? You remember when we were talking about ghosts
Yeah.
in a recent recording?
Yes. Cut it out.
Joe, care to elaborate?
Do you have more evidence?
I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast
Why?
because I don't want that person.
The
to know.
spirits? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Earlier today, when you heard a scream,
I didn't hear a scream.
you literally were like, Bailey, what'd you say? Did you scream at me?
I
and I was like,
I thought I heard somebody talk, but you also had that speaker in the bathroom, so I don't know if that speaker said something.
bullshit. You looked spooked as fuck.
I definitely heard somebody say something.
And I was like, it didn't say dick. And I was like, I think the speaker was off.
I was playing music.
Don't believe you, but that's fine.
Whatever
Just thought
story
of
you
that.
were talking about, though, we will circle back to that as soon as I say bye-bye.
I genuinely don't know what the fuck you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Sorry.
But that's okay. Sorry for that, y'all. That's mean, Joe.
I get the story.
Maybe, I don't even know. So then she meets up with her best friend after she gets fired and they get drunk.
Yeah.
And then her...
I have kind of qualms with this part.
What?
Listen.
I got qualms.
They have heart to heart. It's great. They get mimosa drunk. It's great. And she's like, all right, well, let's go. Like, let's go to Vegas. And her best friend just pulls out her phone and books 2 flights to Vegas. And they're like, all right, we're boarding in a few hours. What? This bitch was a bartender. She don't got that money. Unrealistic expectations. Like, this bitch is a
Maybe she's good
bartender.
at saving.
This bitch is a bartender. Like, I don't.
She's
what?
like, couldn't be me.
Literally. Could not be me. I was like, that's unrealistic. That's
She's a manager.
literally the one time that I was like, that's unrealistic was then when she whipped out her phone while doing bottomless mimosas and booked 2 flights to Vegas and said, all right, we have enough time to get there for dinner and go to the show. Eh? Anyways, what were you going to say?
They go to Vegas.
They go to Vegas.
So she flies. He gets on the bull.
He gets on the bull.
She whistles. That's right. Like in the book, she like whistled at all of his events really loud. I don't know. Some weird ass skill, I guess. And then he like turns Caesar. And then that is the moment he has his epiphany of where he's not going to ride anymore. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
he's done.
Hops off the bull. He's like, consider this my resignation. Goes to find her. She's like still looking like at the
Like,
tunnel.
where'd he go?
Like, where is he? And he's like,
Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, it
tap.
comes up behind her.
and he's like,
You're right for me. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I love you too. Blah, 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 blah.
and I'm like, so you ain't gonna tell that man to get on the bull and ride? Like, y'all had your moment. Like, you don't want him
Yeah,
on
go
that
back.
bull.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want him on that bull, but you're not gonna be what gets in the way of him getting on that bull. So after the declaration of love, she should have been like, all right, go ride, go get that buckle. That's what I wanted.
Oh, God. Yeah.
He just threw it down, he said, and walked away.
Huh?
What? I get it.
Yeah.
But like,
Kind
kind of, I wanted everyone to be happy. I wanted to buckle.
of. I wanted the buckle.
I wanted to buckle.
Yeah. I know. Because I was like,
You're not
you were
gonna-
so fucking
all
adamant.
of this, and you're not even gonna ride?
Literally. Why did we go through all this?
Why did we go through all this? Yeah. Why'd you go to Vegas?
To tell him she loves him?
No. What? No.
He?
Yeah, why are you
I
to
see.
Vegas?
Because he didn't have her then. Yeah, I know. I also was like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna not.
We're just
you're
not gonna
on
ride.
the bull, bitch.
and then he sees her,
We 8 more seconds and we would have been done.
hops off. What? You know what would have been better? A gold buckle and then an I love you. But that's just me.
That's just me. Would have meant more, honestly.
I mean, you know, she needed
All our
a,
trauma was for something.
she needed a that's my man moment. She didn't get a that's my man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Deception.
Oh my god. You.
That's essentially it.
Yeah, there's an epilogue.
Yeah, the epilogue was cute.
1 year later.
Yeah.
What does she do?
She repaints the what?
Go on. I'm very curious as to what you're gonna say.
She repaints the truck that his mother bought the same color blue as his mother's eyes or whatever.
I mean, like, what does she do for a living?
Oh, she's a personal trainer now, right? She owns a gym, something like that. Yeah, which
That's
was
why I
her
was like,
which was her
paints?
like calling like what's the word I'm looking for? What she wants to be when she grows up. That's like
Dream?
yeah. It was her dream.
She's a lawyer. And she's like, oh, I'm going to be a personal trainer.
I'm gonna be a business owner.
Sure.
She trained athletes.
Yes.
She trained athletes, so I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure,
I'm
she
just,
did well.
I'm just joking.
I know.
Yeah, she's making money. For sure, for sure.
What's he do?
He's a coach now, which I thought was a really
Football
good
coach.
like
That's very random
I'm
if it is
kidding.
football.
I wanted to see what he'd say.
I thought
Especially for
Obviously, bull
Canada.
riding.
Especially for
I
Canada.
know.
I feel like that was a good like it stays in his life. He
For
has
sure.
purpose.
I mean, come on. I knew that's what he was going to do from the get-go.
How? I thought we were gonna.
What else you gonna do?
Listen.
What else you gonna do?
I thought throughout the book, at the beginning, I thought we were. He was gonna like give us a little bit of something else. He's like, well, I have always wanted to XYZ.
No, he did not.
Nah, he was just a bull rider through and
That's
through.
all I've done, and that's all I'm gonna do. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the beginning. He proposed.
He did. Very cute, too.
Yeah, I really like. Oh, his proposal.
Yeah, like his proposal and the ring, the like detail of the ring. Do you remember it?
Obviously not. I'm making this face.
Okay,
It
so
was
like
a gold belt buckle.
listen. No.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Listen, no. They went okay, whenever they started like fucking but she was still having to stay at his dad's house. She was like, I'm not gonna fuck you in your dad's house. So they would go on midnight trips or whatever, and they would look up the constellations, and they learned something about like 2 stars that look like one from our point of view, but they're actually 2 stars that are like always wrapping around, like being like trapped in each other's gravity or whatever the fuck. There's a word for it, I'm not thinking of it.
Binary star system.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And like the freckles on her body were like constellations or whatever. So the rock,
Oh.
it looked like a star, like because of all the extra diamonds on it or whatever. I'm about to sneeze.
Okay.
So the details that he put into like picking out the ring, it like was beautiful because it meant something to them. Like the binary star thing, like meant something. So it was a big, beautiful star looking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cute.
I just don't remember that literally at all.
Oh.
Most stars are binary star systems.
Anyway. Joe's dream was physics.
I had a lot of dreams growing up. None came true.
Oh my god. So what'd you rate the book, Bailey? What did you rate it?
4.5.
4.5. Okay, you said the Goodreads rating was a 4.09?
No. Maybe. 4.05. Close. The extra scene,
Oh yeah.
it's 7 years later.
Jesus Christ. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Guess what?
Are there
Guess how many?
kids? How many?
Guess!
4.
2.
Oh, okay.
She might be
Will
pregnant.
Rhett Jr.
Girl, well, I think there is a boy, but the boy is like a baby. I honestly don't know. But the main kid is a girl. And she's like on a little horsey.
Named Fall.
No, bless. Thank God.
Take away his mic privileges.
You have them revoked.
I've been talking.
You
Go
hurt
back
his
into my
feelings.
hole.
You hurt his feelings. No, 7 years later, I am going to say something. Hope if you spoil, I guess, for this random ass bonus chapter. Her dad divorced that woman.
Good for Harvey. It's not Harvey.
No,
What's
it
his
ain't.
name?
Don't look at him.
Kit.
There we go. I said, don't look at him. He said, I know that one, bitch.
Redemption.
He was the only character in both the first
I know.
chapters.
It's like the only one you met. That's so funny. I was like, I have no fucking clue his name.
Well, good for Kit.
Oh, shit.
Good for Kit.
Yeah, and so it's like Kit and Harvey, they're besties.
Oh,
Not besties, but, they get along.
that's so sweet.
As old men do.
Yeah, with their, grandchild.
On the rocking
cute.
chairs, drinking coffee.
Yeah, it was cute.
That's so cute.
He tries to take credit for Rhett and Summer. He's like, yeah, I put you guys together on purpose.
Sure.
I knew you'd get along.
Sure.
I knew we'd be here.
I mean, that would be the only explainable reason why he would make her live with him for 2 months. Literally.
I was like,
maybe he was orchestrating it all along.
yeah. He's like a puppet master.
Yeah, really.
Mastermind. But yeah, that's all I got. Spicy as fuck. So
Spicy
if you
as
like
fuck.
that, get in there.
Do you think that you'll read the rest?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too.
100%.
Yeah, especially if they're already on KU.
I forgot to say, but yeah, I liked it.
Are we going to talk in a country accent now?
Yeah.
I told Aaron the other day, I was like, I'd make such a good country bumpkin.
You do or would?
I would.
Oh.
Like if I lived out in that life, because we were talking about like ranching.
I wouldn't.
Before this. Like I want to have like animals and land and stuff like that. And
I
Aaron grew up like working summers at a ranch, so we were just talking about that in general. And I was like, I'd be a good little country bumpkin. And he goes, I wouldn't. And that was the end of the conversation. I said, okay, sounds good.
Me and Aaron on the same page.
Sounds
I
good.
wouldn't. No way, Jose.
Yeah.
If me and Bailey owned a ranch, I would do 100% of the work.
I would do 100% of the work. Yeah. That would have to be my full-time job.
Don't even look at me that way. You know it's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't do dick. Oh, I would not do shit. I wouldn't do anything. I don't. No. No.
That's how Aaron is.
No.
Yeah. No,
Not even the horses.
the worst thing about animal husbandry is like you don't get a day off. Like
Yes.
they need feeds at 6 a.m. regardless of if you want to feed them at 6 a.m. or not. If you're sick, that sucks. Vacation, you better find a
You know
sitter.
what that reminds me of? A baby.
But yeah.
Period. That was the end of the discussion. No but. Period.
End the episode.
There's-
You know what that reminds me of? A baby. End episode.
Just saying, you're acting like that's fucking crazy that these animals need attention at all times and you can't ignore them. Like that's some sort of craziness. Like that's just a child. They're just children. But you have 52 of them, you know? You got 52 cows. You know?
She's so worked up. Like she's got crazy hair and everything. She's like, never.
Who is that? No, I didn't say never.
Thank you so much for being here.
Sorry, it was extra
Like,
chaotic.
it's time to cut.
You gotta say your. Wait, what are we reading next time?
A book.
Liz Tombird. That's all I got.
A mile high or something like that.
Yes, you did it.
Is it a mile high?
Mile High. I almost said Right Move, but I think that's like something else in the
Is
series.
this an airplane one?
I mean, yes. There's an airplane on the cover. I think she's a.
Flight attendant?
Yep.
He's a pilot.
No.
Wow.
A passenger? Provocative.
He's a hockey player, guys. Joseph.
What?
He's a hockey player.
Okay.
Does he play in Colorado?
I don't know.
Tell me all the answers.
Chicago.
What's with the mile?
The series is called the Windy City series. Does that help you?
Yeah, that makes it better.
Okay. The Mile High is because they're in a plane. Mile High Club, isn't that a thing?
It is a
What's
thing.
it called when you're up there?
A mile high.
It
club.
is?
Yeah.
That's probably
I've-
it. They fuck in the plane then. End of
I've been
story.
in those bathrooms.
I
I don't
don't
know how
get
it's
it.
possible.
I don't
get
get
it.
it. I barely can get in that
Yeah.
bitch. I don't
I'm a
understand.
little-
I
person.
take up the whole bathroom when I go in. Like,
Yeah. It's a hockey player and they have like a private jet and she is like the stewardess, flight attendant on the private jet.
that makes more sense.
Okay,
yeah, it's like
okay,
the
okay,
team's
okay.
jet.
Okay.
To help everybody.
Yeah,
In
that
the
was
Mile
necessary.
High Club with your team on the jet. Wow.
They're probably like,
I'd be fucking high fiving on the way down.
exactly. Anyway. Mile High. Liz Tombird.
Okay, that's the next book for reading. Yes. Mile High by
Oh, The Right Move is the second one. Isn't that what I said? Okay.
Okay. Thank you
Would you
so
rate
much.
it? Flawless.
We're trying to end it, Bailey. Quit talking.
You never said it.
I think I'm a solid 4.25.
Perfect.
because it's not a 4, but it's not a 4.5.
Okay.
It's 4.25, which I don't know if we do quarter stars.
We
but
do now, I guess.
Today we do. Today we do quarter stars. So
What's your
4.25.
ranking out of 10 stars?
Don't make me do that math. What is that?
We've never done that.
8.5. That makes me feel better.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and following us on Instagram at Our Book Boyfriends Podcast. Please leave your recommendations down below. What you thought about this book, and have you finished the entire series? Because most people who read the Chestnut Springs read the entire thing.
Binge it.
They like binge it the heck out of it. So we'd love to hear how your reading journey with this series went. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.